Welcome to the F-Bound Podcast. I'm your host, Shannon Schroeder, Executive Function Coach. I help neurodivergent women learn tips and strategies to improve the life skills that will help them be successful. MoSCoW method for prioritization. If you're struggling to prioritize tasks and projects, the MoSCoW method may be just what you need. This popular method is used by businesses and individuals alike to prioritize tasks based on their importance to the overall goal, objective, or project. The MoSCoW method comes from product development, so as you look through how it works, keep that in mind. It can still be applied to your daily task list. You just need to adjust how you view the categories of prioritization. The MoSCoW method is a simple yet effective way to prioritize tasks. The name comes from the first letter of each of the four categories: must have, should have, could have, and won't have. By categorizing tasks in this way, you can quickly and easily identify which tasks are most important and which can wait. This can help you avoid wasting time on tasks that aren't essential and ensure that you're focusing on the things that matter most. Overview of the MoSCoW method. When it comes to prioritizing tasks or requirements, the MoSCoW method is a popular and effective technique. The MoSCoW method is an acronym that stands for must have, should have, could have, and won't have. This method is used to categorize requirements based on their importance. The must have category includes requirements that are critical and essential to the project's success. These requirements are non-negotiable and must be delivered in the final product. The should have category includes requirements that are important but not critical. These requirements can be postponed if necessary, but should be delivered as soon as possible. The could have category includes requirements that are desirable but not necessary. These requirements can be deferred to a later stage or dropped altogether if resources are limited. The won't have category includes requirements that are not necessary or feasible at this time. These requirements can be ignored or revisited in the future if the need arises. Using the MoSCoW method helps you prioritize your tasks and requirements effectively. It ensures that the most important and critical requirements are delivered first, and the less important requirements are deferred or dropped if necessary. Categories of prioritization. Let's dig a little deeper into the four categories you're going to divide your tasks into. Understanding what each of these categories are will help you implement the MoSCoW method. Must-have criteria. The must-have criteria are the most important requirements for a project, and they are absolutely necessary for its success. These requirements must be met in order for the project to be considered complete. Failure to meet these requirements could result in the project being deemed a failure. Examples of must-have criteria include legal compliance, safety regulations, and core functionality. The must-haves are the bare minimum of what a task or project needs. If you complete these, technically the project is a success, but most of us don't strive for the bare minimum. Should-have criteria. The should-have criteria are important requirements for a project, but they are not absolutely necessary for its success. These requirements should be met if possible, but they can be postponed if necessary. Failure to meet these requirements could result in a less successful project. The should-haves, while not required for success, are expected. These tasks make your project more complete and in alignment with similar projects. Again, the bare minimum can't really compete, but with the should-haves, you're in a better position. Could-have criteria. The could-have criteria are desirable requirements for a project, but they are not essential for its success. These requirements can be implemented if there's time and resources available. Failure to meet these requirements will not significantly impact the success of your project. The could-haves are the bells and whistles that are nice if you can complete them, but the success of your project isn't riding on them. Won't-have criteria. The won't-have criteria are requirements that are not implemented in the current project. These requirements may be important, but they are not essential for the success of the project. They can be postponed or eliminated without significantly impact the project's success. Bottom line, the won't-haves are things that might have been could-haves that you ultimately decided you don't have time or energy for, so you cut them. By prioritizing your requirements, you can ensure that you're meeting the most important needs of your stakeholders and that your project is successful. Benefits of the MoSCoW method. The MoSCoW method is a popular prioritization technique used by project managers to prioritize tasks, features, and requirements. Here are some benefits of using this method. 1. Clear prioritization. The MoSCoW method helps you prioritize tasks based on their importance to the success of the project. This method ensures that you focus on the most important tasks first, which helps you deliver a high-quality product or service. 2. Improved communication. The MoSCoW method helps you communicate priorities clearly to your team or your boss. By using this method, you can ensure that everyone is on the same page and working towards the same goals. 3. Flexibility. The The MoSCoW method is a flexible technique that allows you to adjust priorities as needed. This method helps you adapt to changing requirements and ensures that you are always working on the most important tasks. 4. Time management. The MoSCoW method helps you manage your time effectively by prioritizing tasks based on their importance and urgency. This method ensures that you focus on the most critical tasks first, which helps you meet project deadlines. Challenges and considerations. When using the MoSCoW method for prioritization, there are several challenges and considerations you should keep in mind. Number 1, defining the must-haves. Defining the must-have requirements can be a challenge. It's important to ensure that these requirements are truly essential and cannot be compromised. If you include too many requirements in the must-have category, it can make it difficult to prioritize other requirements. 2. Balancing the priorities. Balancing the priorities of different team members can be a challenge. It's important to ensure the priorities are aligned with the goals of the project. You should also consider the impact of each requirement on the project timeline, budget, and resources. 3. Handling changing requirements. The MoSCoW method assumes that the requirements are fixed and will not change during the project. However, in reality, requirements can change due to various reasons. It's important to have a process in place to handle changing requirements and ensure that they are prioritized appropriately. The MoSCoW method can be a useful tool for prioritizing requirements of a task or project. Like other methods of prioritization, it takes time and effort to practice, but learning to effectively prioritize your tasks will make you more productive in many areas of your life. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the F-Bomb podcast. Thank you for listening. Remember to subscribe below and check out my show notes to learn more about my Facebook group, courses, and membership.